Hello and welcome back.
Welcome back.
To
Week 7.
another episode, week number 7. This season is flying by.
Yes, it is.
And let's get started with doing this on a Saturday night. So we have our Thursday predictions for you, and we both got it correct.
Not
As
the
we
not
both
the score. We both picked Denver.
Score is really hard to get, but we both predicted Denver. I got Denver 20-16.
I had Denver 17-14, but in reality, I think they won like 33-3.
33-10 was the final score.
Yeah.
So let's get started off. We got Jacksonville in London for the second week in a row, taking on the Patriots. And wow, we got a battle
Drake
of
May, baby.
1-5 teams.
Drake May, there's
Who
Coco.
thought this would happen?
Coco's here.
A battle of 1-5 teams in London.
There's Coco's butt.
And Dad, I'm gonna let you go first for this.
I'm gonna go with the New England. I'm excited for Jacksonville stinks, first of all, but I'm excited for New England. And Drake May looked really good in his first game, and I think New England pulls out a victory here. 24-14.
All right. And I think we're gonna have a close game battle. 1-5 teams looking they want to stay alive in this season, and I think a final drive of the game, Drake May is gonna lead the Patriots down for a winning drive touchdown, and Trevor Lawrence and the Jaguars are gonna fall to 1-6 as the Patriots are gonna win in the final drive, 21-17.
Nice.
So next up, we got our 1 o'clock game starting off with the Eagles taking on the Giants. And we see the jerseys we're wearing. They play next week, the Eagles and the Bengals. So, matchup to look forward for. But we got the Eagles and the Giants. And Giants have surprisingly been well this year. But I think the Eagles, Saquon, revenge game here. I don't think Saquon plays the best. I think we see a lot of A.J. Brown in this game. Some more receivers.
Is that because you get traded for him?
Maybe. I think A.J. Brown goes off.
Uh-huh.
Jalen Hurts has a great game.
Uh-huh.
I don't think we see a ton of Saquon as he's playing his former team, which knows him well.
I think that's the reason for Saquon to come out.
I think Saquon will come out and play very well in the second game versus Giants. But here, I still see the Eagles winning, and I think they're going to win 33 to the Giants 16.
Okay. I think Saquon is happy to be home against his old team that wouldn't pay him, and he's going to make him pay dearly. I see a big game coming out of Saquon. And I see the Eagles destroying the Giants 24-3.
All right. And Saquon left the Giants. The Giants were willing to pay him.
They didn't want to pay him. No, they didn't want to pay him.
It's just because they're a terrible team.
They didn't want to pay him.
Ultimately.
They didn't want to pay him.
Okay, so we got the Seahawks. We got the Falcons.
In Atlanta.
The two bird teams, but I think it's going to be the Falcons. 2 great offenses. Seahawks coming off 3 losses, however. They got stuff to figure out.
Right, they started 3-0, now they're 3-3.
I think, and they got stuff to figure out, but I think they're going to give up a fight here, and I think it's going to be a close game. We could see some points in this game, some defense. And I got these guys tied at 27, but the Falcons and Kirk Cousins are able to drive it down the field. And once again, it will be a coup kicking the winning field goal as time expires to win 30-27.
I'm going to go with Atlanta 24-17.
And next up, we got the Titans taking on the Bills. We got Mason Rudolph starting, taking on Allen the Bills, but I think it's going to be domination from the beginning.
Amari Cooper now in Buffalo.
For the Bills, I think Amari Cooper shows up in this game, scoring 2 touchdowns in his first game. But I think the Bills dominate against the Titans team, which has been struggling. Mason Rudolph's first start, I don't see him doing much that I think Will Levis wouldn't do in this game. I think Rudolph may very well be able to lead this team to some more wins that Levis wouldn't be able to, but I don't think he'll be able to do it in the first start. I see a similar result either quarterback here. I think the Bills are going to win it 34-13.
It's always exciting when a team has a quarterback change after they do stinky. I look forward to seeing what Mason Rudolph can do. He used to play for the Pittsburgh Steelers, right?
He did.
Yeah, he did. I don't think they're going to have a shot at Buffalo at all, especially on the road. I'm going to go Buffalo 33 to Tennessee 7.
All right. And next up, we got the Bengals taking on the Browns. Deshaun Watson just has been doing terrible. Mm-hmm. And I think that's going to happen again today.
And they just traded away Amari Cooper.
That's going to happen again this weekend. I think it's going to show as the Bengals and Joe Burrow is going to get a statement win. In his second career win against the Browns, but a statement win, putting up 38 points against the Browns' great defense. Not so great anymore, but and the Browns only putting up only 7 points. However, the 7 will be a special teams touchdown. Dad?
Okay.
The Bengals win.
I'm going to go Bengals here as well, even though they're on the road, because Cleveland's playing like a piece of poop. I'm going to go Cincinnati. They're going to start. They've already started, but they're going to keep turning their season around after their bad start. I'm going to go Cincinnati 32 to Cleveland 14.
And next up, we got, this could be the game of the week, folks. Oh, no, there's other games of the week coming up, too.
This should be a good game. Green Bay hosting Houston.
C.J. Stroud taking on Jordan Love. Potential future Super Bowl. Two great teams with two upcoming quarterbacks from last year. The two surprise teams of last year. And two teams that, this is going to be a good matchup. Just from side to side. Two teams that are doing great. But I think it's going to be Green Bay pulling out the upset. It's going to be close, coming down right to the end. And I think Green Bay will be able to drive down. Texans up by 4 to get the winning touchdown to win 32 to 29. And it looks like we got
a special guest.
Stibby.
I think that Houston is going to win this game over Green Bay. Let's see, probably 27 to 21.
All right.
You heard it here first, folks. Bye.
All right. So Dibs thinks the Strouds are
Coco,
going to win.
What does Coco think? Coco thinks Coco. We're going to let Coco go.
Okay, so what do you think?
That was my prediction. He read my mind, whatever he just
27.
said. I don't remember what I said.
Okay.
I mean, he said.
Okay, so next up we have the Dolphins taking on the Colts, two teams with injuries, just struggling.
Anthony Richards is back.
Oh, Richardson's
back. He's going to start.
We got some news here. Richardson is starting, and
I'm Adam Schefter.
That is still not going to change my prediction, as the Dolphins are just terrible without Tua. They've been able to do nothing, despite being the Patriots somehow, which they shouldn't have.
Yeah.
And I think, despite the quarterback, Joe Flacco or Anthony Richardson, looks like it's going to be Richardson, they're going to get it done. However, I think the Dolphins are going to give up a bit of a fight. It's going to be an ugly win for the Colts, but I think they're going to get it done to win narrowly 20 to 15.
I see a get-right game here for Anthony Richardson. He needs to show what he can do to the world, and I think he's going to do it finally. I hope he does. I drafted him in the first round of fantasy, so obviously I'm pulling for him after he's been stinkeronis all year. Still not starting him, but I like Indianapolis, in this one as well. In a 17-11 victory.
All right. So next up we got, this could be the game of the week, the Lions taking on the Vikings. And if you saw my Soma Sports broadcast video, I talked about this game in the Vikings schedule prediction, and I said how this would be the Vikings' first loss. Lions would get it done and go 5-1 in this. However, since then, last week in the NFL, Aiden Hutchinson gets injured, and I think, especially this week, that's going to affect the Lions majorly. And the Lions are going to need to come up with a new game plan on defense. And it's going to make it tough for them. And I think the Vikings coming in at 5-0, they have a good system going. Lions without their best player on defense, I think the Lions will figure out something eventually, but it's going to take them a few weeks. I expect them to struggle here, but I still think it's going to be a close game, and I see the Vikings taking it 23-20.
I would love to see the Lions hand the Vikings their first loss of the season. I don't know that it's going to happen, but I'm going to root for it, and I'm just going to go ahead and make a silly prediction. 23-20. Detroit over the Vikings.
Copied me. All right, so now we got Andy Dalton, the Panthers, taking on Jaden Daniels and the Commanders. This game, I don't think
Washington's going to be at home. Yeah. Carolina's not doing much.
I'm going to give the Panthers 6.
Looking a little bit better.
And I think Jaden Daniels has another great game.
Yeah.
Coming off a loss. He wants Kubi's still up there.
Yeah.
And I think it's going to be a 34-6 win for the Commanders.
Wow. I like it too. I'm going to go Washington 31, Carolina 13.
All right, so next up, we got the Raiders. We got the Rams. Two teams
that aren't doing so good so far.
Not been doing good at all. And
the Raiders no longer have Davante Adams, recently traded to the Jets.
Rams have no receivers, and because of that, I see a lot of
big
defense
Kyren Williams game, I think.
I think a big Kyren Williams game, he got me there. But I see a lot of defense. And you know what? I see a shutout here.
Woo!
I see the Rams beating the Raiders.
I'd love it.
20-0.
Wow, I love it. I'm going to go Rams beat the Raiders 21-1.
That's impossible.
Fine.
21-1.
I can't up.
Then I can't up 1 point.
One up you.
You're here first.
Wait, it is possible, right?
No, it's not.
It is possible if the Rams, yes, it is possible, because if the Rams get their extra point blocked,
then they can run it back for
two.
That counts as 2.
That does count as 2. It doesn't count as 1.
Yep.
All right, fine. Then 21-3.
Okay. All right, 21-3 is his last prediction. And now we got our game of the week. We already
had a game of the week.
We got the Niners in the Super Bowl rematch.
Yeah.
And if you want to find out my prediction for this game, check out the Soma Sports Broadcast Season 2, Episode 4, where I predict this game.
You're not going to tell them here?
No, you got to watch
the episode. You got to write it down.
After you do yours.
All right, so I'm going to go... I'm going to go KC here. I think that I would love San Fran to win this game and hand KC their first loss, as would Coco. Yeah. Right, Coco? Yeah.
Okay.
So, you know what? Screw it. I'm going to go San Francisco wins this game 32-29 in a tight nail biter, and they get a little payback from the Super Bowl.
All right. So next up, Sunday Night Football, we have
look at that.
We have the New York Jets taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers. So many storylines in this game. Russell Wilson making his first start. Davante Adams first start with Aaron Rodgers. But in this game, it's Davante Adams' first game. I see him doing close to nothing here. Just getting used to the offense. Steelers have a good defense. The Steelers and Russell Wilson, I see Russell Wilson having an okay game. I see Steelers, like they always do, get a bunch of field goals, 4 field goals and 1 touchdown. I think the Jets will get 2 touchdowns and miss an extra point.
How do you think Davante Adams does on his first game as a Jet?
Hall has a good game. Davante Adams, I just said already, he does not have a good game.
Oh, he does not have a good game.
It's the RB Breece Hall.
Breece,
yes. Breece Hall, and Breece Hall
clearly he's a big Jets fan.
Lead the Jets to 2 touchdowns, but the Steelers are going to get it done with the field goals.
With Russell Wilson.
And Russell Wilson.
Wow.
19-13.
So obviously they got one touchdown in there.
Yeah, they got one touchdown. Pickens.
Okay. I think the Jets put everyone on notice. They got Devontae Adams. They fired their head coach. Rodgers is just going to go house. And yeah, Pittsburgh's going to be a tough matchup, but I think that they make it happen and they make it look pretty good. And I like the Jets here in this one, 24-14. And I think Pittsburgh's going to be sorry they benched Justin Fields. That's my opinion. 2 Monday night games. First one is a goodie. Baltimore taking on Tampa Bay.
And I'm going to get started off with
both
that
at 4-2.
4-2. This is going to be a good game. Mayfield taking on Lamar. Yeah. And I want to see the Buccaneers win this one, but I just don't see it. How good the Ravens have been playing. The Buccaneers have been playing great too, but seeing those matchups, Ravens have beat much more impressive teams by
Derrick Henry's margins. Playing, right?
I just think the Ravens are going to dominate, and I think they're going to win 38-20. Won't be that close. And that's our first Monday night game.
I like Tampa Bay. I'm excited about Baker Mayfield. I'm very happy that he's succeeding after the Browns gave up on him. And stick it to the Browns. You know, why not? And I'm gonna go out on a limb here, and I'm gonna say that Tampa Bay gets the victory at home over the Ravens to continue their hot streak. They just put up 50 on the Saints, so
it's the Saints.
Yeah, but still, I mean, Baltimore is not such a great defense either lately.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go Tampa Bay in what could very well be an excellent game. 34-31. Tampa Bay victory.
All right. I hope that happens.
Yeah.
And now a second Monday night game at 9 p.m. It's a late game.
Yeah, it is.
You got the
I can
Chargers.
Guarantee I'll fall asleep.
And this game likely will probably go into another day. And the Cardinals. And I see this game, 2 good teams. Not great teams, but good teams. I see this going to overtime. And I think the Chargers are going to get it done here. It really could be either or, but I just think how Cardinals have been playing compared to the Chargers. I think the Chargers are going to get it done here. A more experienced coach, and they'll get it done in overtime, 26-23.
The Chargers are very exciting with their new coach, Harbaugh, and I'm excited for them, but I think there's a lot of... I think Marvin Harrison Jr. is playing. I think he had a concussion, and I think he's going to be playing. I'm not sure. We should probably know these things if we do a show, but anyways... I think Arizona has a lot of hype around them. I think they know they got to win, and I think they're going to find a way to get it done at home. And they're going to surprise everyone. It's not going to be an easy one, but they're going to get it done 17-14 at home in regulation.
All right, folks.
There you have it.
So there we have it, folks. That's week 8. Week 7. And yeah, so thank you for watching.
Thank you.
You gotta check out the Soma Sports Broadcast. I've been working my butt off it.
Yeah.
And here for you, right after we go, a little sneak peek. These are my fastest 3 minutes from week 6 of the NFL.
You're gonna run that next?
Yep. So thanks for watching.
Now we gotta wait for you to edit together, no?
Bye.
Bye.
Let's get started off with Thursday Night Football. Seahawks-Niners. It was pretty much dominated by the 49ers all night. Seahawks made it close at the end, but it was the 49ers who got it done. Niners are 3-3. The Seahawks fall to 3-3, dropping 3 in a row. Lions taking on the Cowboys, a rematch of last year's game where the Cowboys had a controversial win. However, the Lions made up for that today as the Lions stomped all over the Cowboys on Jerry Jones' birthday. And the Lions... He has a beautiful pass to Sam Laporta, and the Lions get a great big win, 47-9. Lions are 4-1. Commanders taking on the Ravens, the most anticipated matchup going into this week. Jaden Daniels, the Commanders 4-1. Ravens have won 3 in a row. Both teams looking to continue the streak, but it was the Ravens getting it done. Both teams are now 4-2. Cardinals taking on the Packers. But all day, it was Jordan Love to Romeo Doubs. Packers dominate, winning 34-13. Bears-Jaguars in London, and Jaguars playing their first London game out of 2 this season, but it was the Bears. Cole Kmet, Keenan Allen, Caleb Williams with a great game. Bears are 4-2 as they win 35-16. Saints taking on the Buccaneers in Spencer Rattler's first start, putting up 27 points in the second quarter. However, the other 3 quarters, it was the Buccaneers dominating as they win 51-27. The Saints drop 4-0. The other 2 NFC South teams, Panthers versus Falcons, but it was the Falcons who marched all over the Panthers all day as they win 38-20. Great game for Kirk Cousins. Texans versus Patriots in Drake May's first start. He looked great. 3 passing touchdowns, but 3 interceptions. However, it was Joe Mixon, C.J. Stroud, and the Houston Texans who dominate against the Patriots. Texans are 5-1. The Raiders taking on the Steelers, but it was the Steelers who have dropped 2 in a row, looking for their 4th win of the season, dominating against the Raiders. The Raiders dropped 3 in a row as the Steelers win 32-13. Chargers Broncos. The Broncos are a team that have won 3 in a row, but today it was the Chargers dominating. Broncos made it a closer game at the end. Browns versus Eagles. A day dominated most of the time by the Eagles. Eagles win 20-16. Division rivals take on each other in the AFC South. Titans, Colts. Colts without Anthony Richardson. Joe Flacco gets their 3rd win this season. Sunday Night Football, Bengals Giants, but it was the Bengals and Joe Burrow dominating all night. Here's a great one by him. Bengals win 17-7 in a thriller. Jets take on the Bills. Monday Night Football. 1 play before half. Rodgers has done Hail Marys before. Here he goes. Rodgers up deep. He's going to go to Allen Lazard, catches it. What a play by Rodgers. However, it's the Bills that do show up, and the Bills will take this one 23-20. So that is our fastest 3 minutes for this week.